Welcome to Secular Soup. Stay tuned for real talk about atheism, feminism, politics, parenting, and whatever the fuck else Amy and Amy want to talk about, because this is their show. And get ready for a whole lot of motherfucking profanity.
You want to hear a secret?
I won't tell anybody. Go ahead. If I sit next to you, I'm going to get gonorrhea. It's going to jump into me. Just two ladies hanging out.
Is it okay for me to make fun of his neck waddle if I make fun of my own neck waddle?
I'm not sure.
That's a real ethical conundrum.
Would you know if you were born a lizard person, or can you be like adopted into the...
I think you know.
We're such professionals.
We really are.
Buckle up, bitches. It's time to have some soup.
I'm Amy with a Y, and I am here with a very special guest, Brent with a B of the Unapologetix podcast. Say hi, Brent.
Hey, it's actually Brent with a Lee.
Brent with a Lee. I am so sorry.
Brently, yeah.
I'm going to blame it on Amy with an I, because it's all her fault. She probably has the brain today. We share it, and I think she took it to go out for Saturday night or something. And so my brain's not fully functional.
Oh, it's like a timeshare.
It is,
like
It works out really well. The reason that you are here recording with me tonight is that I needed to let our listeners know, and I guess the general public know, that we've been engaging in what I would call, I guess, a prank war with the Left at the Valley podcast. And most of our listeners aren't going to know what that is because, frankly, they're not very popular. And if we're not on it every single time, they're not going to listen to it. So they've been, recording fake commercials. They got Brent over to, just really way to throw us under the bus, Brent. He participated in one of their pranks. So now I've got him back on my side, and now he is going to be on my side in this prank war.
That's right.
Amy with an I doesn't even know we're doing this because she's busy this weekend, and I was just like, I need to get this done before these fuckers from Canada come up with some other fake commercial that they're going to do. So basically what I wanted to talk about and have you help me out with is just how much Canada is terrible, because Left at the Valley is a Canadian podcast. They apparently won some stupid atheist Canada podcasting thing, but they only won it because they were pranking with us, and we are delightful to listen to. So otherwise, And
y'all are in the running too, even though you're not even a Canadian podcast.
Yeah, we're not even Canadian. I'm close to Canada. I'm in Minnesota, but I get angry when I think about how they can sit up there and just come up with stuff to denigrate us, like we're all atheists. We're all in this together. And I don't know why they can't get on board and realize that we have the most wonderful podcast and theirs is kind of garbage. But so tell me what your least favorite thing about Canada is.
Least favorite thing about Canada.
I know it's hard to choose.
Yeah, there's just so much going on up here. The fact that, they hide behind America,
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, anybody in the world could kick their ass, right. And they just sit up there and hope we'll protect them.
Yeah, you know how you find a Canadian in a crowd?
How?
You step on everybody's shoe, and the person that apologizes to you is the Canadian.
That is very true. That is so true. They're just pushovers of the... Listen, I sent these people a box full of broken ceramics. Like, I mailed them broken ceramics. They could have cut their hands opening it. And I've heard nothing. I've heard nothing about it.
He was just like, I don't even... Has he mentioned it at all?
I mean, I know they got it. And I know that one of them was going to try to glue them together. Good luck with that. That's not going to happen.
Well, that's just rude to not acknowledge,
Right? And my very American child used a very American hammer to break those fucking ceramic mugs by himself. Specifically so that we could put them in the mail. And this was after I hand painted all of them with their names on them. So It's like they don't appreciate all the work I put into this. And I feel like they're just up there in Canada living the good life with their free healthcare. That's, I'm sure, the shittiest healthcare in the whole world. Like, you would agree with me, wouldn't you, that American healthcare is the best in the world?
Oh, of course. Yeah, ours is absolutely top notch. I mean, the more money you make, the better insurance you get. So,
yeah. I mean, as long as you make money, you're golden.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what's with the leaf? Why is there? We got a fucking eagle, like a fucking with talons.
It's like the wimpiest symbol you can possibly imagine. It's even a maple. Maple trees are so non-threatening.
It's the most non-threatening.
Right?
Let's
like
make something that blows away in the wind.
Yeah. Like oak trees. Those are badass. Make the oak leaf your symbol. It's ridiculous.
Right? Yeah.
And why do they call macaroni and cheese Kraft dinner?
What? Like, I didn't even know that.
You didn't know? Oh my fucking God.
What?
Brent, listen to this. So you know Kraft macaroni and cheese in a box that we've all enjoyed as children and adults. It's delicious, and it's the best macaroni and cheese in a box because you can try the generics, but it's not quite the same. So in Canada, they call that Kraft dinner.
You can't just call a specific thing a type of dinner. Like it just
right? How many foods does Kraft make? Kraft is a brand that makes thousands and thousands of food products. Right. Kraft dinner?
That could mean anything.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you knew this, but I don't like to admit this to people, but I do have some French Canadian ancestry.
What?
It's gross, and I try really hard to just hide it about myself and just act more American, but as it turns out, French Canadians were one of the most universally hated groups of people, in the 1800s.
Really?
They were under the Irish, apparently, and we fucking hated the Irish.
That's not. I mean,
Irish
was at the lowest bar.
I know.
On the white spectrum.
I know. But apparently, the French Canadians were considered dirtier.
Wow.
More low class, stupider. And I gotta feel like sometimes stereotypes are based on the truth, right? So
well, yeah, I mean, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it's still like in Canada. You can barely understand the dude on the show when he's talking because he's just got that weird ass accent.
You got that, yeah. That look,
I don't. We're in America. We don't have accents. American accent is the default that the rest of the world should aspire to.
That's right. Because our accent is right, and all the other ones are wrong.
Exactly. Well, to be fair, everything we do is right.
Right.
Everything they do is wrong.
We are nationalists.
They gave us Celine Dion, Brent.
And Jim fucking Carrey.
Oh, Jim Carrey's an anti-vaxxer now. Shame on you.
What?
Shame on you, Canada.
This is your fault, Canada.
Yes.
Your fault.
Jim Carrey is giving all the kids measles. And it is your fault.
Oh, God.
And he's not funny. I said it. He's not that funny.
No, he's a bit over the top there.
He's slapsticky. I don't care for it one bit.
I'm not a huge fan.
No, he was dating Jenny McCarthy, and she turned him anti-vax, and it's...
Oh, my God.
It's a whole thing, yeah.
No. Oh, nothing makes me more angry than that shit. I swear to God.
Well, except for the fact that Canada exists, that probably makes you more angry, right?
Yeah, well, that trumps everything,
Obviously. Speaking of Trumps, they wish they had a president like Donald Trump.
Right? Yeah, a strong leader who didn't do blackface is a young man.
Yeah. You could just tell on their show when they're talking how jealous they are that we have the kind of leader who says the shit nobody else is going to say and has really brought America's standing in the world back up to where it should be.
That's right. And he said himself that he is the least racist person ever. So,
right. And if he says it's
there
true.
Yeah.
He's well known for his truthiness.
Oh yeah, he is the truth, just on parade. That's what he is.
Yeah, I feel like maybe at some point his ancestors were from Canada, and that's why they're so terrible. I could be wrong.
It's a possibility. Yeah.
I'm wildly speculating here. Have you ever been to Canada?
I have not. No.
I have been to Canada exactly one time, which is weird because I live really close to Canada. But
yeah, you do.
I do. Right, yeah, I could drive there in like 5 hours. But
wow,
I went there one time when I worked for Planned Parenthood. I was one of the regional assistant people, and we had a clinic right up on the border. And so I went there to work for a couple of days, and like the head nurse who was there we were both working at that clinic, keeping it open for a couple of days. And so the two of us drove over the border into Canada. It made no fucking sense. They're like streetlights and they're roads, and it was just gobbledygook. Like you couldn't like tell where you were.
Pink lights and stuff.
Right. Like I didn't know where I was supposed to stop or go. I didn't know if I was actually on a road meant for driving. It was basically, we were there for like we were going to go eat dinner there, and then all they had was this really weird, fancy French place. And we're like, fuck that, we're not eating French food. We couldn't find like a good burger place, so we turned around and we went right back to America and had a good American dinner.
Like, fuck this place.
Yeah. It was solid ground beef hamburgers, American grown, and Idaho potatoes with French fries. Like, yeah. I just don't understand why they don't talk more about, like, how ashamed they must be to live in a place that just hands out free shit to everybody that doesn't even have to work for it.
Ugh. That is just so, it disgusts me that they care that much about people that nobody should care about. I mean,
get your priorities together, you fuckers. I heard they don't even like cats. They're very disrespectful towards cats, especially Instagram cats. Like, I heard them talking shit about my cat one time.
Oh my God.
And she heard them.
It's fighting time.
She's very angry. I'm going to send her over the border to find them, and she's going to scratch the shit out of their faces.
Go lying all over their asses.
Yeah. Canada is like the most ridiculously spread out country, too. Like,
oh, yeah.
You never know where it ends. It just keeps fucking going, but it's all snow and like you were probably a product of the American education system, kind of, even though you were homeschooled, but like,
yeah, I don't know. It's sort of.
You didn't learn anything about Canada, did you?
No, they didn't even exist. All we thought of them was like a big ass American fucking state, like North Dakota.
They don't teach us shit about Canada in school. Like, I didn't know what provinces were. It was that place that sits above us and floats there, and nobody knows much about it, and it's very mysterious. Like,
exactly.
And now that I know about it, I don't want to know about it, because some of their TV shows are just unwatchable, frankly.
Yeah. It's hard to get past, like, again, with the accents and stuff. It's just hard to, especially when they're constantly, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Or what a boot it. It's not a boot, it's a bout.
Yeah. It's either a boot or a boat.
Yeah,
what the fuck are you talking about?
A boot. And they're constantly bragging about that Tim Hortons shit. We had a Tim Hortons here and it closed in under a year because nobody liked it.
Yeah.
They brought one to our rinky-dink town, and everybody hated it, so they had to close. Like, I don't get what they're all so obsessed with. Shitty. Yeah.
They don't get it. They don't,
Shitty Canadian donuts that, frankly, I didn't try because I never went there one single time, because why?
Right.
I'm already not proud of my Canadian heritage, so...
And their beer is the worst.
See, I don't drink beer, but I'm gonna take your word for it, because I'm not a beer drinker.
Please do. It's the worst. I mean, of all the beers, and I drink some shitty ass beer. Like Bud Ice is probably my favorite beer.
You're in Florida.
Yeah. This is
You
like
drink all the
beer,
worst
beer
beer.
central. But yeah, and I am telling you, they're like best Canadian beer is way worse than our worst.
Don't
American
they have
beer.
like one brand? Like I've only ever heard of one brand of Canadian beer. Like I assume the rest of it is just water with some barley mixed into it. I don't know what the fuck they're doing up there.
Yeah, exactly. It's just water with some alcohol sprinkled on top. You know,
because they're not a strong people like we are.
No, that's right. You know,
Anybody could kick their ass in a fight.
That's right. They just blow away in the wind. You know, it's just
Yeah, they just stand there like dorks saying a boot, having their craft dinner with their shitty beer.
way too polite to everybody.
Oh, I know, right? Like, we can just go on their show and be mean, and they'll just put up with it, you know?
Like, yeah. Exactly. You should have heard when there was an anti-vaxxer on their show.
Ugh.
And Kevin was like, okay. I sort of kind of, I disagree with you, but you know, you make some good points. But, you know, I still disagree. Sorry.
Yeah, no, the proper response is, fuck you, you're wrong. That's how we do it in America. America! Do they even have, like automatic weapons in Canada, or is it just their stupid, like, shotguns that can shoot one thing at a moose?
No, they're BB guns.
Okay.
They're just BB guns, and they just knock the moose out.
They just injure it, they don't kill it.
Yeah, exactly. They injure it, and then they wake it up, and they ask them if it's okay if we, like, eat you. And most of the time, you know, the moose is just like, I'm a Canadian moose, too. So, yeah, no problem. Yeah, whatever, dude. You're cool.
Yeah, because they're
Go ahead and eat
polite.
me. Yeah.
And, like,
exactly.
Try to call the police on them anyway. They're all on, like, riding horses out in the middle of the tundra somewhere with, I don't know. They barely have police there. They just... Because, like you said, everyone's so polite that when they're committing crimes, they're just like, oh, thank you for stealing my TV. I didn't want it anyway. It took up too much space.
Yeah, you know, it's still, you know, the remote didn't really connect as well. You had to get real close to it. So, really, the joke's on you, pal.
Oh my god!
And what Dudley is? What is it? Dudley Do-Right?
Dudley Do-Right. Ugh.
That's like the biggest Canadian icon that the world knows.
Yeah.
And it's a character who rides his horse backwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. It's everything you need to know about Canada in a nutshell.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why it's the only one.
Did you see that Netflix show Don't Fuck with Cats?
Yes, I did.
That fucker's from Canada. Yeah.
What? Really? Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
That dude is and was Canadian. Like,
wow.
Canada managed to somehow, being that polite, produce the worst serial killer I can even imagine. And I say serial killer because even though he was only caught murdering one person, you know he had to do it at some other point. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And if he didn't, you know, if he hadn't already killed like several other people, he probably was going to after that one, you know.
And if nothing else, he killed a fuck ton of cats. So, spoiler alert.
They're more important than people. So,
well, truly. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm getting ready to be on a podcast that's just about my cats. So,
oh, nice.
But these guys don't even appreciate my cats. They've never said one thing about how my cat is the most gorgeous one in the world.
How rude.
It really is. Like,
wow.
You've seen my cats.
People that are so polite, that's fucking rude.
That is very rude.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm distracted now because I'm checking my email to see about this other podcast I'm going to be on because that's how little I care about even getting involved in this prank war. I just did this impromptu thing where I'm like, hey, Brent, let's talk shit. And you were ready to talk shit, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. I've had these loaded for a while, you know.
Yeah. I did no research because I don't give a shit about Canada. Yeah. So I don't know what else there is to say. I feel like not enough people know about their podcast and how to avoid it.
Yeah. Definitely avoid it.
Because if you listen to atheist podcasts, you get a lot of recommendations. Like, if you like this show, you might like that show. And theirs might pop up at some point. Don't click on it.
If you click on it, your soul will immediately disappear.
Yeah, and your phone's going to get a virus. And
a virus too, yes.
Yeah.
And you'll be emailed by sex type of spam.
And it's going to be a
crazy.
Canadian virus, and you're going to have to pay good American dollars to get it treated.
Right.
Are Canadian dollars
and you're going to have to
worth?
use our insurance to get rid of their virus, and
and that's not fair. That's not fair at all.
No, it's completely
From what I've heard, if you need to get like a knee replacement or something in Canada, you have to wait a decade. A decade, Brent. 10 years just to get a knee replacement. And Fox News told me that, so I know they're right.
They always tell the truth.
They really do, yeah. Why would they lie about that?
They have no reason to lie about that. At all.
No idea. I don't. Free healthcare. They think they're free. They're really just taxed beyond all recognition. I don't know how they can even pay their food bill. Maybe they get free food there too.
Probably.
Fucking freeloaders, man.
Exactly. It's a country of freeloaders. That's all it is.
They're really the freeloaders of the whole world when you think about it.
The world's freeloaders.
I mean, what do they really contribute? It's
not beer,
not culture.
Unless a weird version of American culture is their culture. I don't know.
It is. It's almost like an off-brand American culture. It's like
it's the Kmart of American culture.
It's like when you go to the grocery store and you want Kraft macaroni and cheese, but you're poor, so your mom buys the generic version.
It's called Thraft.
And it's just not good. It's your mom thinks that you're not going to notice, but you notice. It's not good. All you can think about is how you really, really want the real one. But you're stuck with this shitty version that's passing itself off as the real thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like that. Like, in The Simpsons, where they talk about, we actually can't afford milk, so we drink milk.
Oh my God. Canada, you're ruining it for everybody else.
You're the milk of the world.
You really are. Nobody cares about you. Nobody wants you to sit at their table. Nobody invited you to come sit at the table.
Yeah, you get your own table.
I don't even know how your like government works. Do you have a monarch? Do you still follow the Queen of England? Is it a parliamentary system? I don't know, and I'm not going to learn because I don't care.
I don't.
Because it doesn't really matter. I mean,
it doesn't. I mean, of all the things that matter. Mm-hmm. That's not. I mean, that's like at the end of the list.
I mean, what happens in Canada stays in Canada, and we like it that way.
Because nobody cares.
Yeah, just leave it right in Canada. There's just like, can you even think of one quality celebrity from Canada? Like, I can think of some celebrities, but any good ones that
Avril Lavigne.
Oh my God. Skater boy.
Best song she did, by the way, but
yeah, it's not the only song she did. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, Martin Short, but I don't think he's that funny, frankly. So,
yeah.
Okay, I will say
Short.
True. I mean, there is one single good thing about Canada, and I guarantee that the people at Left of the Valley have nothing to do with it, so I'm okay in admitting to it. The TV show Schitt's Creek is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will agree with that.
And that's Canadian. So everybody go watch that, but don't listen to Left of the Valley. But Schitt's Creek, Fantastic show. Go binge that shit on Netflix. They probably don't even get Netflix in Canada.
No. It's like the Mulk version.
Yeah.
They probably got like Fetlix or something, you know what I
mean? We need to start up Fetlix and make $1 million. Sounds like a genius idea.
But and also Trailer Park Boys, which I feel like Trailer Park Boys is like a perfect representation of Canada.
I tried watching that show.
With guns. Oh,
everyone's like, it's so good, you got to watch it. And I tried watching it, and I got halfway through the first episode and was just like, this does nothing for me. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, well, I would say the first season was weird. But once it's like everybody kind of understood who their characters were and stuff, it got better.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean, because I felt the same way when I watched that first one. I was like, I don't really get this, you know. And then I kept watching. It got better. But it's just a perfect representation of Canadians, because you know they're all just a bunch of crazy people doing schemes all the time, drinking way too much and smoking way too much and committing crimes, you know, and going to jail at the end of every season.
I know that's what the Left of the Valley hosts do. As far as I can tell, if you listen to their show, you figure out pretty quickly that they're just into crime.
Right.
And
Nikki had to really convince me that wasn't actually them in the show. Like,
oh, wow.
There was a documentary about them, you know.
Wow.
So,
well, now I might have to go back and watch it just to see if I can tell the difference. I mean, I'm just...
Kevin's Ricky.
Yeah. Who receives an entire box of broken ceramic shards and fails to mention it to anybody?
Rude.
They're monsters.
Rude.
They're total monsters.
Their politeness isn't slipping now. It's slipping.
It really is.
Slipping,
maybe
guys.
they thought it would be polite not to mention it because they thought it was an accident.
Right.
It was not an accident. I mailed that shit broken.
They were like, "Oh shit! They delivered it broken."
Yeah, no,
don't tell them about that. No, man, that'd be rude, you know, and then make it seem like they made a mistake, or you know.
No, I literally had a hammer and broke that shit and sent it. So, in fact,
American hammer.
When we decided to do that, Amy with an I ran it by Gentleman Caller Quick, and he was like, "No, that's too mean," and we were like, "What?" That's the perfect amount of mean for those fuckers.
Like, it was pretty tame myself. You know?
I think so too. There was no bomb in it. Like,
right? Yeah, that's true.
This is America. I'm sure I could find a bomb somewhere or how to make one very, very easily. Because again, it's America.
Fertilizer's cheap, you know.
Yeah, especially out here in farmland. I must know somebody who knows how to make a bomb.
Right.
And you could just blow up the entire country. And we wouldn't have to deal with them anymore.
That's right. You're right.
You know they're stealing all of our jobs coming down over the border illegally.
Oh, I know, those bastards.
Yeah,
and
just
they get
by
in
the
easy because
thousands.
they're white. So it's, you know, they just slip right past everybody. And they're like, no, we don't care about them. And the brown guy's like, whoa, hey, get the brown guy. Get the brown guy.
Yep.
No, the white guy's fine.
Sneaky fucking Canadians. Stealing all our good jobs. Because we have a lot of good jobs in America. There's tons of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like call center employee. You're taking all
they
those
all want to be that.
because they're so polite. They really dominate the call center, you know.
Yeah. That's why they are the kings of industry in the world.
That's
when
right.
you think quality and wealth, you think Canada. No, you don't at all.
No.
Well,
that was sarcasm.
They don't know what sarcasm is. You can tell by listening to their show. Like, they have no idea. Did you know they let Robert on their show?
What?
Like 2 weeks ago or something. Fucking Robert.
Dude bro guy?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let him come on and talk about politics and shit. Oh my God.
Like he knows something. Wait, are we starting to feud with him too? Shit.
I mean, I like to feud with everybody. We are going to be on Robert's show tomorrow, so we probably shouldn't get too deep into a feud, or he won't let us come on the show. But
yeah, or he'll take their side of the debate. You know.
Yeah. Oh, he will anyway.
Exactly right. Yes.
He will anyway because we're social justice warriors, and he's a dude bro. So
exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's It's us against the world, I guess.
Yep. Well, it's been half an hour, and I still have to go on this other podcast where I can talk about my cats for 90 minutes. That podcast is called Pups and Pop Culture. I've never actually listened to it, but it sounds great, and I'm going to be on it. So
nice.
If you're hearing this, you should go check out the Pups and Pop Culture. Amy's got the brain, like I said.
Got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pups and Pop Culture. I will be on that show talking about my two wonderful cats who are definitely not Canadian. Canadian cats are scraggly and gross. So thank you so much, Brent, for being here to debrief and talk about the shitty place that is Canada. Do you have any final thoughts upon leaving?
No. Except that Kirsten does say a boat. She doesn't want to admit it, but she says a boat. Okay, so I'm just putting that out there.
It's true. I hear it all the time. I mean, I don't, because I don't listen to their show. But if I did, I would notice that. So, I think Nancy should do she does those top 10 things. Do the top 10 worst things about Canada.
Yeah.
I would like to hear that one. Yeah.
That'd be worth listening to.
It can't be that hard to come up with one. So.
No. I mean, come on. It's got to be like, you could probably get 3 letters into that Google, and it's like,
I think
about Canada.
I feel like it would wreck my computer if I tried Googling it.
Overload it.
Yup. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Good luck, Canada, with your terrible serial killers and that Left at the Valley show. Hopefully you wise up and make them stop recording because they're bad and they should feel bad. So, all right. We will see you on the next actual regular episode of Secular Soup. Check out Brent on Unapologetix. And I think, do we have anything else we need to plug? You got Unapologetix.
Happy Debating
Atheist. Yes. Go on YouTube. Check out the Happy Debating Atheist. Yeah, which is also fun because it's debates. Don't let Canadians come on there and debate you, though.
No, they again, too polite. That just ruins it for the listeners. You know?
People want some conflict, and they just can't.
Right.
Yeah.
And they'll just agree with you no matter what argument they're trying to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes for bad debating. All right, well, thank you. We will talk to you next time, and thank you for listening.
Hello, this is Amy's brother. One of them, anyway, not both. She gave me this whole, script to read here, but it really looks like the key points really are, follow them on social media. So, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, probably TikTok. Not sure what other platforms they're on. It also says to send them money on Patreon or PayPal. I personally think it would be kind of weird to just send them money on PayPal, but, you do you. It also says you can join their Secret Soup Talk Facebook group. So have fun with that. And you can email them at secularsouppodcast@gmail.com. And it also says that they probably will not answer your email. So if you want to waste your time and do that, secularsouppodcast@gmail.com. Please rate and review the show on iTunes, Facebook, or any place else that one might review things. And also tell your friends. And as always, we will now leave you with the vocal stylings of Mr. Eli Bosnick. That's what it says anyway. So have fun listening to that.
Secular Soup Creed. Soup is the ultimate virtue. It's delicious, nutritious, patriarchy smashing, racism fighting, warm and fuzzy, human affirming, fun having, anti-theist, glitter throwing, tummy satisfying, pair of new shoes fulfilling, diversity seeking, happiness. Minestrone, beef and barley, chicken broth and split pea, gazpacho, tomato, clam chowder and potato, chicken noodle, beef noodle, egg drop and ramen cup, miso, gumbo, leek and pho. Grab a bowl and taste the magic. Slurp even this.